It's time for Sunday Night Football from the Singapore Premier League, and we are at our Tampines Hub for this fixture under the lights between Balestier Khalsa and the defending champions, the Lion City Sailors. Welcome along to our coverage. This is match week 2 of the 2025-26 Singapore Premier League season, and it is our third fixture on the schedule this weekend, one which has already given us 5 goals to enjoy. Albirex Niigata picked up their first win of the season with the 2-0 victory over Geylang International on Friday, while BG Tampines started the Noh Rahman era on a positive note with a 3-0 win against Tanjong Pagar United. This is what it means for the standings ahead of tonight's match between Balestier Khalsa and the Lion City Sailors. The Sailors are in third, a point behind Albirex and BG Tampines, who lead the way. A win this evening will see them move back to the top of the table after 2 match days. Balestier Khalsa are fourth, 2 points adrift of the Sailors, but maximum points for them will see the Tigers moving into the top 3. Those are some of the possibilities for the sides this evening, so let's hear what the head coaches had to say ahead of this fixture, with Marko Kraljevic up first, followed by Alexander Rankovic of the Lion City Sailors.
Hi Marko, you started the league with a draw tonight against defending champions, the Lion City Sailors. Just talk us through your preparations over the break.
Yeah, we have 3 weeks break and we prepare ourselves very well, and everybody waiting for this game. You know, everybody always playing against good last year champion, and everybody looking forward for the game.
And the Lion City Sailors have beefed up their squad even more. A lot of big names signing on top of the ones that they already have. What's your plan? How are you going to stop them?
I mean, we also sign 6 players, new one. You know, they also sign, and then I mean, is of course in attacking we already know they are really very good. We need to really be very tight and very compact, and make sure is most important to keep clean sheet, and then in attack I think we have good quality to score the goals, and I think will be a good game.
You know, the Sailors have also showed some signs of defensive weaknesses in the past few games that we have seen from them. Today a good chance to pounce on opportunity for points, perhaps even a win.
Of course, I mean every game we prepare ourselves for the win. You know, we never play for draw. We always try to win the game. Meaning is every team have some weakness. You know, we try to explore their weakness, and they try to score the goals. You know, it's very important.
Hi Ranko, not too much of a break for a lot of the Sailors. How productive has the last 2 weeks been?
Yeah, good. I mean, we didn't have a big squad to train, but we can still manage to have 1 friendly game, which was really helpful. So yeah, I'm happy that we can continue playing.
In the league, not a clean sheet yet so far, the changes in the defensive department. Have you worked on that, and how attainable is getting a clean sheet tonight?
Not really. I mean, the only thing that is important is to win. And is it with clean sheet or not, that's not something that we really think about every game. I mean, we really think about how we're going to score more goals. And sometimes if you get a clean sheet, that's good.
And ACL 2 on Thursday as well. Will you be playing with that match in mind?
No. I mean, that's totally different match, totally different opponent, in totally different avenue, so we are not thinking any moment about that match.
I spoke to Balestier, Marko earlier, and he's really confident in his side scoring some goals. You think he can stop them?
That's good. I mean, that's his right to be, and we are confident that we're going to score more.
Well, great hearing from Alexander Rankovic, just the head coach of the Lion City Sailors. He's had quite a bit of success in his time at the club, and prior to that we heard from Marko Kraljevic back at Balestier Khalsa for another spell, and looking to try and cause a few issues for their opposition this evening. And with me in the commentary position, a former coach in the league, previously at the helm of Balestier Khalsa, Hide Kamis. Hide, what can we expect from this game as we have a look at Forrest Lee and Badri in attendance here at our Tampines Hub?
Yeah, very interesting comments or anecdotes from the 2 coaches. Both of them have similar styles. You can hear from Marko Kraljevic emphasizing how important being compact today is as well. And I think Lion City Sailors over the last few seasons, they have based their game on the fact that they are compact, they are really efficient, they are not pretty to look at. I'm hoping for it to be an entertaining game, nice game to watch, but looking at the styles of play of both sides, especially with what Marko has had over the last 10 years in his previous coaching capacities, it might just be a situation where whoever is more efficient wins the game. And would it be so nice or so pleasing to the eyes for the fans, but I think they just want to get that 3 points in their bag to get their season going again.
Yeah, incredibly important for these clubs, especially for the Lion City Sailors, who you'd be expecting to challenge for the title towards the end of the campaign. I'm sure that is what they'll be expecting of themselves as well, building on the success from last season. And boy, was it a very successful campaign for the Lion City Sailors. Well, familiar foes coming up against each other. They usually share a stadium at Bishan, but with some upgrading works taking place there, this match, usually known as the Bishan Derby, gets transported temporarily to the east of Singapore at another very lovely venue called our Tampines Hub. Those are the officials for this fixture. Referee for this one is Andrea Verolino, 2023 SPL Referee of the Year. A volcanologist outside of the game. He will be assisted by Huang Sin Jie and T. Ramanan. Fourth official, Muhammad Zulfikar Mustafa. Video assistant referee, Joherman Zaiton. Assistant VAR, Abdul Hanan. Let's have a look at the lineups, beginning with Balestier Khalsa. They have made one change from their last outing in the league, with Tin Matic getting his first start after impressing from off the bench in the opening game of the season. He replaces Thiago Martins, who misses out on the chance to feature against the club he was part of last season. Darren Tay edges closer to a century of appearances with Balestier. He features for the 96th occasion for his club. Few options on the bench there for Marko Kraljevic. One of them, the very experienced Ignatius Ang, who will be keen on picking up appearance number 116 for himself for the Tigers. Match number 261 for Marko Kraljevic as a head coach in Singapore's top flight. This will be his 213th as head coach of Balestier Khalsa, with this being his third spell in charge of the club. And this is what the Lion City Sailors have gone with for their starting 11. They have made 5 changes to the side that defeated Hougang United 2-1 in their opening match of the campaign. Izwan Mahmud gets a start in goal ahead of Ivan Susak, with Haris Harun and Bailey Wright also returning to the lineup after recovering fully from their injury issues. Christopher Van Housen makes the 160th Singapore Premier League appearance of his career with a place in the 11, with Bart Ramsala also getting a chance to make an impact from the first whistle, having had to make do with a place on the bench in their last game. Anderson Lopez starts up front once more, and he'll be keen on scoring his first goal in the SPL, currently keeping out Leonard T from the starting 11. And this is Alexander Rankovic's 83rd match in charge of the Lion City Sailors. A league title, 2 Singapore Cups, 1 Community Shield under his belt. He has never lost to Marko Kraljevic, 5 wins and 1 draw in all competitions. That draw coming in a Singapore Cup match in November 2023. So Hide, having had a look at the lineups, having had a look at the shapes, the formation, what kind of game are you expecting to see here from a tactical perspective?
Well, I think Lion City Sailors should look at Haris Kanadi and the left side of Balestier Khalsa for them to capitalize. Of course, they have the strength of Maxim Lestienne and of course the overlapping runs of Chris Van Huysen on the left side. But I think individually Haris Kanadi has been struggling for quite some time, not just this season but last season as well, and it's something that all teams should be looking at. But they have firepower everywhere, Lion City Sailors. So you have Shalul Anna, who's going to be tucking in a bit more, which allows Diogo to come up. We have seen a lot of variety in the attack from Lion City Sailors, especially when Shalul Anna plays on the left. You know, he needs to be always in between the centre backs of the opponents to receive those crosses from Maxim Lestienne. So that's the key there for Lion City Sailors.
Here we go then at our Tampines Hub. Welcome along to our coverage of the 2025-26 Singapore Premier League season. We have Balestier Khalsa playing in the red, going from left to right on your screens, coming up against the Lion City Sailors, the defending champions, in the white and blue, going from right to left. This is a fixture between third, the Lion City Sailors, and fourth, Balestier Khalsa on the standings. Sailors looking for back-to-back wins in the league coming into this contest. And for Balestier, looking for their first victory of the campaign. I'm Roshan Rai, and I have Hide Kamis alongside me in the commentary position. Thanks a lot for joining us for this fixture, which wraps up match week 2 of this brand new campaign in the SPL. We've had 5 goals already. Albrechts Niigata with a 2-0 win against Geylang International over Jurong East on Friday. And then yesterday we saw PG Tampines with a very comfortable 3-0 victory against Tanjong Pagar United, who are playing their first game of this new season. In the here and now at our Tampines Hub, it's Daniel Goh. Going to make some headway down the right-hand side. Up against Diogo Costa, who's got pace as well. That's going to be a nice battle down that side of the pitch between the two of them. Here's Vujanic, cuts inside. Good drive, low drive at goal. Just past the far post. First effort coming from Balestier, who are the designated home side for this match.
A good start here from Balestier Khalsa. Especially Vujanic here. I thought he had a good game. Previous encounter against Albrechts Niigata, controlling the midfield, dictating the passage of play for Balestier Khalsa. And then it looks like they are pressing high. They want to take the game to Lion City Sailors.
And that was Mario Subaric. Scored the first goal of the 2025-26 Singapore Premier League season. With that opener against Albrechts on match day 1.
It looks like Lion City Sailors is playing 4 at the back, with Haris coming into midfield and Ramzala on the left-hand side. Shaul Anwar looks like he's starting up front. The support right behind him from Anderson Lopez.
So a change in their setup, normally playing with 3 in central defence. Lion City Sailors shifted into a 4. Let's see how it goes. And Dengue was in midfield, but there is Anderson Lopez who makes a run into the box. Flag had gone up for offside. I was mentioning Ndenge because we thought he was going to be lining up alongside Bart Ramzala in those central midfield positions.
The run here from Anderson Lopez. Ooh, it looked like he was onside. The AR got it wrong there, but still didn't manage to score.
Well, he had to do his part.
Yep.
Anderson Lopez, he had to put that away, and then it would have gone to VAR. There is Marko Kraljevic watching on. He has never won a game against the Lion City Sailors. This is the 13th time he's coming up against them. And he has only managed to take a point from the Sailors on 2 occasions. It's Datkovic. So Datkovic and Bailey Wright in central defence. What looks to be a back 4 for the Lion City Sailors. Costa on the left. Venhausen on the right side. Harris and Ndenge in central midfield. And Ramzala, who's, as you said, he's playing off the left, but it seems like he'll be invited to drift into central positions as well.
Well, Diogo Costa likes to be the one bombing forward, and that will also push Ramzala to come inside. I think he's going to be a bit more free, being allowed to roam anywhere he wants to go. But I think the more interesting setup is Shaul Anwar front and Anderson Lopez supporting him behind.
Yeah, that is interesting, isn't it? Normally used to seeing Anderson Lopez leading the line.
Well, I think you look at the 2 centre-backs of Balestier Khalsa, the bigger, stronger. I think he needs more speed to counter that, which allows Shaul Anwar to be there up front.
Well, Daniel Goh was looking for the free kick. Instead, it's a free kick for the Sailors because of handball. He felt like there was a nudge in the back. It's a bit of overacting going on from Costa. It looked like there was a shove in the back. He didn't get the free kick, and then he picked up the ball with his hands.
Well, to me, it was kind of odd that there was 2 hands being used by Diogo Costa to make that push. Still no foul for Balestier Khalsa.
That's Katusha. Didn't have a very good first half in that opening fixture against Albrechts. Katusha, a bit more of an improvement in the second. In fact, Balestier improved as a team when Matic came on for that second half.
And I think he missed an open goal as well. Katusha.
Yeah, he certainly did. But these sides met on 5 occasions last season. That was that tetrad of league fixtures. and won in the group stage of the Singapore Cup. Sailors winning 4 of the 5, but the only defeat coming on match day 35 of the last campaign after LCS had already secured the title. He played with a side that was heavily rotated. They definitely come into this as favourites. A strong record against this opposition on the pitch, but also with the force of their financial might, allowing them to really create what is a very formidable squad, capable of building on the success from last season.
Yeah, you look at the bench, they have absolutely good players coming in who can contribute almost at the same level. Just different characteristics, different things that they can contribute tactically for the team.
As Ramzala making his way into the area, as Madhu Mohana for company. Has that taken a touch off Madhu? Yes, it has. So it's a corner.
Ball over the top here from Costa. Did they take the last touch? Couldn't really see from the replay. Well, the game has started at a really good pace. Both sides showing their intentions, not just sitting back and waiting for things to happen.
There's Madhu there with a good defensive header. Gets it out of his penalty area. Finds Daniel Goh. Goes back to Darren Tay. Clever pass into Vujanic. It's a very powerful runner in central midfield. Not a bad idea. That intended pass out to Daniel Goh.
Yeah. What a shame that the ball or the pass didn't manage to get to the running path of Daniel Goh. What the number 7 of Balestier Khalsa, Vujanic, brings is similar to what Segesomi brings to BG Tampines Rovers as well. A bit of calm, a bit of composure.
First time cross from Harriet, it's a good one. Matic touches it past is one, but the flag went up for offside.
It looked like he was alone in the penalty box, away from so many of the Line CSA players who managed to push themselves up the line. Let's see from this replay. Yeah, Daniel Goh would be in a better position to take that cross or to receive that cross, but he was in an onside position.
They left it for Daniel Goh. There could have been trouble for the Lion City Sailors. Tin Matic, who is a former Croatia youth international, under 19 level. So came through the ranks at Dinamo Zagreb. It's one of Croatia's bigger clubs. And prior to his move to Balestier, he was playing for NK Rudesh. As Ramzala, again drifting inside, into the center circle. Dengue steps in, touches it out to Lestien. Here's Ramzala. Lopez looks for that gap to have an effort at goal. It is on target, but it took a deflection of Madhu Mohana on the way through.
Madhu just staying on his feet, not committing to any challenge, just blocking that shot. And Lopez trying to find that extra yard of space for him to take that shot.
Madhu Mohana, by the way, making his 80th appearance for Balestier Khalsa in all competitions. Joined the club after 5 years with the Tampines. He's into his 4th campaign with Balestier. Captain's armband for this season, Madhu.
Most experienced player in the Khalsa side. Leading from the back as well.
Stankovic out to Costa. Ramzala this time. Close to the touchline. Big switch. Find Lestien, who scored a couple of goals in the opening day win against Hougang.
Really rare to see Lestien delivering those quality of crosses. Straight out for a goal kick. Both sides again are pressing high. Waiting for... Ooh,
Error at the back. Good pressing from Balestier. Now Mario Mustapic, in the opening minutes of that first game of the season, looked a little bit nervy as well.
Yeah, I think he's still taking maybe a little too much time on the ball, maybe too relaxed. Just taking for granted that no one is putting pressure on him.
Ended up making 5 saves in that match. Mustapic grew into the game. There's Harris. Datkovic, Costa. Driven upfield. The Shawal. Run from inside out. Costa on the underlap. Ramsala floating around again. Van Housen. Lestien. It's up with Lopez. Costa. Cross from deep. Over the head of Shawal. And over the head of Katusha as well, who's quite happy to see it run out for a throw.
And not many players to choose from. INC Sailors on that cross, just 2 players there, Shaul Anwar and Anderson Lopez. Not perfectly positioned to receive that cross.
INC Sailors, the only team to pick up 3 points on the opening weekend of the SPL season. Some out there saying that that win against Hougang, a 2-1 victory, was an unconvincing victory, but at the end of the day, they got the job done.
Well, that's what matters, right?
To go in this campaign as well, he did.
Exactly, we are playing lesser round, so the importance of getting 3 points in all matches are extremely high.
Lestien. The ball into the box, in behind Lopez. Daniel Go goes on a run. Makes its way through to Matic. The space for Balestier to work with. Katusha. Well, have a look at Subaric, who's stepped forward from central defense. Here he is in possession on that left-hand side.
You already have Vujanic just covering position of his teammate there. Subaric.
Katusha. There's Matic. Back to Katusha. Te. Go. The easiest of passes into Vujanic for him to take. It's bobbled up off the pitch because it was fizzed into him by Daniel Go.
Daniel Go, I think, didn't play that much last season. Still finding his feet, being given the opportunity now by Marco to really get a few run of games for his confidence booster.
Sugita. Just over the head of Mandic. And quickly out to Ramsala. Balestier staying high up the pitch, looking to press. Costa under pressure from Go.
Both teams making things really difficult for each other here, especially when one of the teams are building up, pressing high, marking players, good amount of pressure, good distances as well.
Subaric. Lestien with a throw into Lopez. Good touch from Lestien. The first one was to get away from Harit. Subaric there on the cover. Scored just 9 minutes into his debut for Balestier. Then Albrechts took a 2-1 lead going into the break in the opening match of the campaign. Ignatius Ang coming off the bench and helping to change the game for Balestier with his equalizer in the 83rd. And their first point of the season. That's right with the header forward. Harit. cool and calm. Takes it down very nicely, goes back to his goalkeeper, Mustapic. Quite sure what the intent behind that pass from Mustapic was, but Costa is too strong for goal. Ramsala. No foul, says the referee. Clean challenge from Matic. Balestier can break. Sugita. Katusha. Sugita leaves it for Matic. Matic with the effort.
Good work from Balestier Khalsa as a whole, turning defense into attack within a few seconds, and a good shot as well from the number 17, Tin Matic. Let's look at this replay here. Had 4 players up front joining the attack. Tin Matic could have gone across on the left-hand side, or rather the right-hand side of Izwan Mahmud. A shot directed straight to the palms of Izwan, making it a little easy for him. Rankovic doesn't look so happy. Well, from a neutral's point of view, I don't think the change in formation is doing anything different towards Lion City Sailors. They're still playing the same way. They are pretty much short in ideas. Whenever they go into the attacking third, they try to bypass the midfield, try to go to their most dangerous player, Maxime Mestienne, a lot. And that's where he cuts in and Sandos crosses in.
Balestier with the ball into the area. Not a bad ball.
Yep.
Not a bad run from Shawal.
And they would also use the strength and the height of Anderson Lopez to just hold up play or knock it off for the run of Shawal Anwar. But nothing complicated in their build-up. Very straightforward. Just need to find and use the right players to defend against this strategy.
Starkovic, his second season with the Lion City Sailors. A very impressive first. He's playing his football in the second division of the Spanish League. Prior to his move out here to Singapore. Here's Harris. Ramsala. Mullen's taken a deflection off the top of Vujanic's head. Foul in the box, committed by Anderson Lopez.
And no protest there. Just charging through using his arm as well, his right arm.
Balestier have only won one of the last 10 matches against the Lion City Sailors. That was in late May of this year as that campaign drew to a close. Here's Daniel Goh. With the cross into the area. They've got 3 red shirts in there. One of them is Katusha. Van Housen puts it out for a throw.
Well, it seems like everybody was just moving really slowly to defend against that cross. Not sure what he's referring to, Marco.
Korai Tanaka scoring the goal in that 1-0 win for Balestier at the end of last season's campaign. Well, that was their first win against the Sailors since October of 2022, and they won 5-3 at Toa Payoh Stadium. The referee not too happy with the positioning of the throw-in. Van Housen trying to steal a couple of meters, which he's going to do so anyway.
Yeah.
He's just strolling forward.
Just a matter of time as well. All the small little steps and the tricks that everyone will be doing as well.
Costa. A nice idea pretty decent weight on that pass as well. Just Ramsala couldn't quite get it to fall in front of him. Here's Madhu. Lazar Vujanic.
Who has been involved in almost all of the attacks by Balestier Khalsa.
Who's pass from Venhausen. Looking for the offside flag. Sugita's in the area. Flag does come eventually.
Yeah. Sugita just drifting away into an offside position before receiving that pass.
Harris. Time to turn in midfield. It's Diogo Costa. Yet to score for the Lion City Sailors, Costa. Picks up lots of assists though. Here's Daniel Go. Balestier's turn to have a spell of possession. And just as I say that, given straight back to the Lion City Sailors.
Both teams are hitting the ball up towards each other's defense. Again, bypassing midfield. Again, you see here Tatkovic across to Maxime Lestien.
That's a great ball though. Wonderful pass into Lestien! Just wide by the Belgian.
Stand offside. Yep, the referee called for an offside.
And they want it taken from exactly where the offside offence occurred. There's a look at this.
No.
Looked like he was on.
It's not. It's not offside. Again, the decision is questionable from the assistant referee.
It's Mandic.
Bailey Wright, pretty fresh. Not playing a lot of games in the pre-season, and also first game in the league as well, out through injury. Now back in the starting lineup.
Madhu. Trying to play it into the feet of Bogdan Mandic. Was playing in Greece for a couple of seasons prior to his move to Balestier. There he is again. It's physical battle there. Mandic against the two central defenders of the Lion City Sailors. Lestien, lovely work from Lestien again. Just no space for him to squeeze that pass through into Ramsala, who didn't even make the run.
Yeah, I think there wasn't any space behind the defense. Goalkeeper was so close. The line was so close as well. There's no space for through ball.
Ramsala picks it up, goes on a trademark run. Costa. In for Lopez, heavy touch from Anderson Lopez.
Interesting touch as well for him to go on his right foot rather than taking that touch to set it up for the shot on his left. Good defending by Harith Kanadi. Be there.
Ramzala. Can't get away from Darren Tay.
Darren Tay, good distance between him and Bart Ramzala here, just forcing him down the line.
Madhu there with another header away. Harris, first time out to Lestien, a good cross, dangerous ball in, and that's the opening goal. Bailey Wright with the finish on the far side of the 6-yard box. But that ball from Maxime Lestien, delightful.
Well, the second phase of corner kick, the set piece, is not defended well enough by Balestier Khalsa. Ball played from the left-hand side. Maxime Lestien here, you look, Madhu Mohana got that first header out. Felt kindly for Haris Harun to play it out to Maxime Lestien. They had 4 players in the box. The touch, the slight touch from Shawal Anwar just took everyone out except for his teammate Bailey Wright, who came in late at the far post to give Lions Sea Sailors the lead.
Well, prior to that goal, I was just going to say that we have never seen a 0-0 draw in this fixture. And Bailey Wright has just scored the 105th goal in this fixture since their first meeting in November of 2020. There have now been 87 goals in league matches between these teams. Here's a look at the offside angle. No problems there.
Nah, I don't think so. I think Madhu played it on. And yeah, Madhu played Shawal Anwar on.
So there was a quick check just to see, because it did take a touch of the head of Shawal. So I think it's Shawal who will actually pick up the assist, not Lestien. Well, you have to put those away, and then it goes to VAR. Sailors doing so that time. Dengue. Lopez! Again, got the shot away, but Mario Subaric was there.
Oh, you can feel the momentum being swung across to Lions Sea Sailors here. And Dengue just playing it on the path of Anderson Lopez. His first touch to set him up for the shot. Good defending as well from Balestier Khalsa. They need to get out of this maybe 4-5-minute period where it's going to be tough. Lions Sea Sailors are going to pile on the pressure, and they need to make sure that they do not concede one more goal.
This is a fixture that has seen over 5 goals a game on average. Lestien with the delivery, almost another one. Lopez with the header, another effort for the Brazilian.
Good corner kick here from Maxime Lestien. 2 players free from any markers. Should have really troubled the goalkeeper, Anderson Lopez.
Return from Vujanic. Has looked really good,
yeah.
Vujanic, for Balestier. In that first game as well, and in this one too. 26-year-old.
He's controlling his dictating play from the back, but as the ball goes up to the attacking third, there's no one there to really build on his quality.
This one, the 20th fixture between these two sides in all competitions since the Sailors were founded in 2020. And Balestier Khalsa have managed just 1 clean sheet against LCS in their history, and that was in that 1-0 win. Mandic drops into a bit of space. Sorry, Katusha it was, who picked it up in behind the Sailors midfield. Here's Sugita. That's Katusha. Got to Tay. No foul. Shawal. Released early by Harris. 4-on-1. Ramzala. Still with Ramzala. Oh, off the post. Huge chance for the Lion City Sailors to get their second, and he knows it.
Really, really good chance here. Look at that speed from the counter-attack. The ball being played forward by Haris Harun. Shalo Anwar, again, quality on the ball. And the moment he turned on his right, he had two players totally free from any of the Balestier players. But the wrong decision there from Bat Ramzala. Just trying to pass it through rather than securing that goal that would take Lion City Sailors to a more comfortable position.
It would have been fascinating had that actually gone in.
Yeah.
Because the VAR would have had a look at that challenge of Haris Harun on Madhu Mohana. It did look to me like a foul.
Yeah.
Haris getting nowhere near the ball. Looks like he tripped up Madhu. Costa. Ramzala tries to curl one in towards that top corner.
The miss from Bat Ramzala here could be replaying on his mind, but again, decent shot from the number 10. They got the goalkeeper Mustapik flying across or scrambling across.
Ramzala, who's got plenty of Dutch Eredivisie experience, formerly with PSV Eindhoven and FC Utrecht. Came through the youth system at FC Utrecht. Netherlands Youth International as well, Ramzala. 3 caps for the senior side. Through the legs of Lestien, but Harris wasn't expecting that dummy. Costa looking for his first goal for the club, and that search continues.
Lion City Sailors are creating chances. They are getting closer to the penalty box. The space which is being afforded to them is also quite a big chunk from Balestier Khalsa. They are not as compact as I thought Marko Kraljevic wanted them to be.
Daniel looking for the give and go. There he goes. Costa also able to go.
Costa's ball just...
Have a look at this from Darren Tay.
Fantastic piece of skill from here from Darren Tay. Still at that same position, but managed to find the run of Daniel Goh.
Sugita. Vujanic. Not a bad try that from Vujanic. Okay, looking to make things happen for Balestier.
Balestier looking for a corner kick. Vujanic here again, the architect. Ah, it is. It could be the hands as well.
Unlucky.
Yep.
There's Madhu.
Still Injury there from Sailors here.
And both sides quite happy to take their time in this situation, just waiting to see if that player who was down was in need of any treatment, but he's got him back up, he's okay. Šubarić. Katusha is dropping in at left back because Harit had made a run forward on the inside. It's terrible from Katusha. Easily read by Shawal.
Big shot from Shawal Anwar. Well, we have seen him score a fantastic goal last season. Didn't really materialize this time round.
Goal of the season, wasn't it? Shawal Anwar. I think it was against BG Tampines from close to halfway.
Yeah. I think we did that game.
Yeah. It's not one of those goals you,
you forget. Well, both teams are defending in 4-4-2.
Very comfortable for the Sailors defensively at the moment. And it's so dangerous when they get forward. Shawal, I think he might have just strayed offside. He's going to leave it for Ramzala. Smart play.
Oh. And again, Shawal Anwar not.
The flag goes up for offside.
Well, he left it for himself. But I think it also affected the whole phase of play as well, because everybody thought that Shawal Anwar would have taken it.
Katusha.
3 against 1 on that side.
Has to go back to Harith. Having players around Katusha, nowhere to go. It's been difficult for him to progress down that left-hand side.
Well, I think maybe sometimes his positioning is not ideal for him to take the ball forward as well. Because every time he turns, he's going to go back to be facing Harith Kanadi. And that's where Maxime Balestier and also Haris Harun is going to be doubling or tripling up against him.
That's Katusha. Takes the first touch. Back inside again. Vujanic. Lifted out to Daniel Goh. Decides that he doesn't want any of Costa.
I think he has to make that decision earlier. It's too late. Everyone is coming into the penalty box. And if he loses possession, the team will be too open.
As Vujanic gets closed down by Ndenge. Lestien always playing with his head up. Ndenge in support. Back to Lestien. Or Shawal on his own in the area. Just a little bit behind him, perhaps.
Yeah, the cross on the right foot of Maxime Lestien was a little behind Shawal Anwar. Not ideal for any striker or any player. Yeah. There's a look from Maxime Lestien. First touch out to Shawal Anwar.
He's had a very interesting career, Shawal Anwar. The lower leagues of Singapore football, it's been an incredible rise for him.
Yeah.
Getting the chance to play professionally with Geylang, made a good contribution there.
Yeah.
He seems to be getting better with age. Had a good spell at Hougang as well, and then Land City Sailors.
I think his talent has always been there. I think at that point of time, maybe opportunities were limited for him. No Ali, who really wanted him to be involved with Geylang International, also told him to be a little bit more patient, because the year that he was coming in, it was the year where I think Geylang had a really, really good squad. I think it's where the year Lions 12 was disbanded, and a lot of young Lions 12 players were in Geylang International.
Singapore international Shawal Anwar, and a very important player for the country. I've also seen him dabbling in some social media influencing.
Well, he's 34, I think. Yeah, he's 34. Wouldn't be surprised if he only had like maybe 2 more seasons left in him.
I've seen that from a few players. You've seen Hassan Sani, for example, as well, taking some hosting and some stuff on social media as well.
And I think that's the age where, you know, you're trying something new. You're not sure if that is for you yet, right? So, well, I think in this time and age, you can earn some good money through being an influencer.
It's good for those players as well. I mean, they have earned the right. They've had really good careers, and they've earned the right to think about what they want to do next.
Exactly.
And it's an avenue worth exploring for them. If it's something that works, all well and good.
I also think we need ex-players to be more involved in the media.
Costa looking for diagonal, dealt with by Harit just about. Well, that was composed from Mustapic.
It was composed from everyone involved. Those 3 passes.
Vujanic strong. Katusha has a goal from range, easy for Izwan.
He needs to get a little nearer before taking that shot. Again, tough for him because he always has at least 2 or 3 players surrounding him, which makes him a little predictable as well.
Well, there's nothing coming up for Balestier from the wider positions. Daniel Go hasn't been effective against Costa at all. He's not offered anything, and Katusha hasn't as well.
So the 2 outlets on the left and right has not produced anything for Balestier Khalsa. I think the central players have been working hard to win the ball and trying to play it across to the sides. I don't think we have seen any crosses that is really effective from Daniel Go in the first half here.
Dengue. On to Harris. Costa. Also can't get past goal, to be fair. They've locked each other down.
I think neutralizing is the word here for the 2 of them. Well, I think Diego Costa has had better exchange between those 2.
Just to go back to Datkovic. Ball in from Costa into Ramsala. Went straight to Sugita. Possession recovered by Shawal. Ramsala gets it out wide to Lestien. 1 against 2. Venhausen. Joint in the attack. Ball stabbed into the box. Flicked away by Madhu. That's going to go out for a corner.
Balestier Khalsa have to be really careful here because of the set piece strength from Lion City Sailors. They have big players, good delivery on the ball for LCS. Maxime Lestien.
Lestien, good ball in. Gets his head on that, but straight back out to Lestien again. Dengue. He's playing in Switzerland before moving to the Singapore Premier League. Minimum of 2 minutes added on. It's not been too much that's gone on in this first half.
No injuries, no wastage of play.
On the line into Costa. One of the underlap, and Daniel go. Is there to take it away from Costa?
Well, these two players have been going at it since the start.
I said it would be an interesting battle. Neither one being able to make an impact in an attacking sense. They've both been defensively strong. That's smart from Shawal. Skips away from Vujanic. And Denge. Path forward blocked off by Balestier, so the Sailors will recycle. Denge. And that pocket of space. A bit sloppy in possession on that occasion. See Denge. And it's half time here at our Tampines Hub. Not too much has gone on in attack for either side, but he was the right man at the right place at the right time. Bailey Wright with the only goal of that first half. Balestier not really creating much of note. Katusha one effort from distance, but Iswan has been pretty comfortable in goal for the Lion City Sailors. Half time here at our Tampines Hub. So Lion City Sailors 1, Balestier Khalsa 0. Welcome back to our Tampines Hub. It's half-time between Balestier Khalsa and the Lion City Sailors. Lion City Sailors leading by a goal to nil. Bailey Wright with the only goal of that first 45. Let's take a look at the highlights. Not too many of them from the first half. We have this, the goal from Bailey Wright. Went all the way through. Good ball in from Balestier, and there was a touch from Shawal Anwar at the near post. Went all the way to Bailey Wright, who kept his composure with the finish. And there was some, well, there was a check for potential offside here as it's played into Shawal.
Yeah, I don't think it offside. Shawal was in line with Madhu Mohana. His touch, as I mentioned earlier, was steering away from all the Balestier Khalsa players. Bailey Wright was just coasting in on the blind side. Managed to score the goal.
Well, that was in the 26th minute. In the 32nd, now this would have been interesting because Haris Harun in midfield puts in a challenge on Madhu Mohana, wins possession for his team. Referee says play continues, no foul on Madhu, but Ramzala wasn't able to do his part and put that away. Nice and composed initially, but then his effort comes off the post.
Yeah, I think if it had gone in, it should have been called back for a free kick. But again, good opportunity, big chance wasted here by Ramzala to just be in a bit more comfortable position for Lion City Sailors. Really composed. I think he was looking at the position of the goalkeeper to see where he was. Just didn't get that right.
A bit of karmic justice, perhaps. A look at some of those numbers then, 50-50 in terms of the possession and pretty close with the attempts as well, he did.
Well, not much to differentiate both sides. Both teams creating a little just between the two of them. In possession, really similar, 50-50 in terms of attempts, higher for Lion City Sailors, but on target, the stats goes in favor of Balestier Khalsa.
And what you're not seeing there as well is that they weren't really high-quality opportunities in that first half. Well, match week 3 coming your way, beginning from the 19th of September. That's a Friday, back here at our Tampines Hub. Hougang against Geylang, and then you have Young Lions against Balestier on the Sunday, the 21st of September. Then on Monday, the 22nd, over at Jurong East, Tanjung Pagar against the Lion City Sailors. And then just a few days after that, Tanjung Pagar in action again against the Young Lions, also at Jurong East. A couple of teams with some catching up to do in terms of the fixtures. Young Lions and Tanjung Pagar in there with the busy schedule on match week 3 for them. All right, let's go away for another break, and when we come back to our Tampines Hub, we will have the second half of this contest between Balestier Khalsa and the Lion City Sailors. We are back at our Tampines Hub, just ahead of this second half between Balestier Khalsa and the Lion City Sailors. This fixture wrapping things up on match week 2 of the 2025-26 Singapore Premier League season, which started on Friday, match week 2. Albrechts de Gata with a 2-0 win against Geylang International for their first victory of this new campaign. And then on Saturday we saw VG Tampines win 3-0. Pretty comfortable victory for Tampines under the new head coach Nur Rahman against Tanjung Pagar United, who were in action for the first time this season. Our focus is on this matchup between Balestier and the Lion City Sailors here at our Tampines Hub. Some familiar faces in attendance all the way on the east side of Singapore. Balestier with their fans there as well. Some support for this club. Hide Kamis alongside me in the commentary position. Hide,
Yep.
what were your thoughts on that first half in which the only real action was a Bailey Wright goal?
Yeah, I think both teams it is a situation where Diego Costa and Daniel Goh is representing each individual club in the way the game have gone. Both teams are neutralizing one another. It took a moment of brilliance or a moment of lapse in concentration from the Balestier defense to concede that goal, and again nothing else separated these two sides. And I think we need a lot more from these two sides to. It's still decently entertaining. The game flew past, or rather the time flew past quite fast, but in terms of quality chances, we had, I would say, 0 from Balestier Khalsa. A lot of it were from long-range shots, and there wasn't enough creativity up front from the Tigers to really threaten the Lion City Sailors. And I can say the same from Lion City Sailors as well. A lot of crosses, a lot of half chances, but in terms of quality, it's not that many. And we need so much more from them, especially from Lion City Sailors, because they have the quality up front.
As Alexander Rankovic, who's have a loss to Marko Kraljevic, and there is Anderson Lopez, 99 goals for his last club, or 99 goals in J1, I should say, for Anderson Lopez before moving to the Singapore Premier League. He's looking for his first since joining the Lion City Sailors. Lopez, who also spent some time in the Chinese Super League as well, and also played for FC Seoul in the K-League. Big pedigree. 4 seasons that he spent with Yokohama F. Marinos prior to his move to the Lion City Sailors. He was a regular goal scorer for them. Here he is in the huddle, on the right side of your screen, just beside Van Housen. 11 goals in his first season for Yokohama F. Marinos, 22 in his next, 24 in his third, but just the 2 goals in his 20 appearances for them in last season's campaign prior to his move to the Lion City Sailors.
Well, he's a striker who's short on confidence, I think. He's been given a run of games just to try to break his duck, get his first goal for the club. I think in normal circumstances, I think Leonard T could be feeling really frustrated because he has had a really good season last year. And coming into this, you know, he still scored a decent goal, I think in the Community Shield. And he has lost his place to Anderson Lopez.
Yeah, an interesting dynamic there. Anderson Lopez, by the way, was also formerly at Hokkaido Consadole Sapporo at the same time that Chanatipson Krasin was playing in the club. Former teammates, Lopez with one of the all-time greats of Southeast Asian football.
Lovely player, very technical, very smart.
So we get the second half on the way here at our Tampines Hub. It's the Lion City Sailors going from left to right on your screens, playing in the white and blue, against Balestier Khalsa going from right to left in the red. Bailey Wright, the only goal of this match so far. Lion City Sailors with an excellent record against Balestier. They have 15 wins from the 19 meetings prior to this one between the clubs. Berolino in the way of that pass of Shawal. Possession will stay with the Lion City Sailors. And Balestier Khalsa, one of the favourite sides for the Sailors to play against. 78.9% win ratio against the Tigers that the Sailors have. A challenge on Haris Harun.
Great challenge here from... Ooh.
Just got clipped by Matic.
Yep. On his left ankle.
Rakovic, Costa, Sugita. A pass in behind Katusha, it's not going to help. Takes the contact, wins the free kick. There's Katusha.
Katusha getting clipped. Or rather by Van Huysen. Oh, the ball here is a little bit too short for Katusha by Sugita. Quality there is needed for Khalsa, especially in these little things, small little passes here. So it adds up to big things for the whole 90 minutes.
Madhu. Daniel Goh, who's making his 100th appearance in the Singapore Premier League. Here's again. Decides not to go on the outside of Costa once more. Both players have done a good job defensively, but neither has been able to get much out of the other in attack. That's right. Good touch from Lopez into Haris. Gives it straight back to Daniel Goh. Vujanic. Sugita. Referee plays the advantage. Harikanadi with the shot. Well, he had Iswan scrambling.
Well, it looked dangerous, but I think it's in actual situation, I don't think it was really troubling Iswan at all. When he's on his right foot, not known for his ability to take on or take long shots from distance.
Scored just once last season, Harit, in 29 appearances for Balestier. He did pick up 6 assists. His only goal last season's campaign was in a 4-3 win against Geylang. Costa gets away from Daniel Goh, some space for him to push into. And Vujanic, desperate poke. Out for a corner.
I think that's one of the few times that we have seen Balestier Khalsa not pressing together, which allowed Lion City Sailors to go on a break. Beat that press from the start.
Balestier. It's been floated in towards the near post. Mustapic punched away. Balestier picks it up again. Haris scoops it into the path of Lestienne. That's a good ball from Haris. Vujanic out to the top of the box. A wild shot in the end from Ramzala.
A good play between these two players, Maxime Lestienne and Haris. The ball was perfect from Haris here, just in front of Maxime Lestienne. No one there. It also fell kindly to Bart Ramzala. Quite a difficult technique to produce.
Ramzala Gets away from Vujanic, enough space to unleash one. It's sent wide by Ramzala.
Well, things are opening up, especially in the center for Nancy Sailors. Vujanic and Sugita's nowhere to be seen. Again, allowing that space, he opened himself up, came back to his right foot, and Vujanic didn't really follow closely.
Ten goals, 11 assists in the SPL last season in 20 appearances for Bart Ramzala. Picked up an assist in the opening win against Hougang. Came on for that second half and helped to change the game. Balestier was the difference maker then with those 2 goals. Here's Madhu. Vujanic. Seeing a lot of ball in central midfield for Balestier. Katusha. Miscommunication there between Katusha and his attackers. Shubaric.
Well, we spoke a lot about other players in the Balestier Khalsa, but we haven't really speak about Bogdan Mandic at all. You didn't really see him in action at any point in time. No significant contribution so far.
He found it tough in the first half, Mandic, to get anything out of Wright and Nadatkovic. Here's Sugita. Katusha again struggling to make something happen.
Well, it would be nice to see these players taking place on the outside at times. Now he's a right footer playing on the left, but I think he has the ability to just go on the outside, take Chris Van Huysen on.
Sugita with a good run, almost picked out Mandic.
That's exactly what happens, right? When you try to penetrate through the sides, a bit more effective here. Sugita just taking that player on, finding himself that much space for him to decide and put a cross in. It was a tantalizing cross, a teasing cross. Mandic just a little bit off that cross. It was a dangerous one. He's one left-handed there.
Well, first time we've really seen Sugita as well get the chance to run at this Sailors defence.
Well, he seems more effective on the left-hand side. But he has a lot of energy. I understand that he's needed in the center just to break play and trying to win the ball. But every time he wins the ball, he plays it out to the right. They lose possession again, off to the left.
Masahiro Sugita making his 75th appearance in the Singapore Premier League. He's been playing in this competition for 3 seasons. This one is his 4th. First came to Singapore with the Albirex. Let's go.
I'm not sure what Mandic is happy about. Well, I thought the situation where he couldn't get ahead of Dakovic and Wright. The last 55 minutes, he hasn't had any duels up in the air where he has won. So the ball had to go to space for him to run to as well.
Matic bobbles a pass out to go. Swallowed up again by Costa. Trying to win a corner out of it, and he has. Well, he kept going, then he'll go. He's forced Costa into conceding a corner.
I think Denego has this awkward style of taking on players. I think the way the angle that he approaches the players, is not always to his favor.
Sugita outswinger. But Harriet had to get there ahead of Ramsala. So a change here for Balestier, a couple of changes. Daniel Go is coming off to be replaced by Ignatius Ang. And Masahiro Sugita is also out. And he's been replaced by Fodel Iyad. What do you make of those changes?
Well, it could be a tactical change, a different setup. I'm really surprised that the change that is being made. Darren Tay is going into midfield. Fodel is going to the right back. And of course, Ignatius is just going to be a like-for-like change. But I think Sugita has done decently well. And for him to be out, he loses the energy in midfield, the intensity, the aggression as well. Darren Tay is playing in midfield, totally different player. Doesn't provide that tenacity. Really odd one, an odd substitution. I totally understand Daniel Go's substitution, but Sugita.
Lestien down the line for Lopez, continues his run into the area. Lopez picks out Lestien. Again, the precision on the first touch from Lestien was just lacking. Anderson Lopez is coming off to be replaced by Leonard T.
Not a good outing again, Anderson Lopez. Different role from what he's been playing the last few games. More of a number 10 or supporting striker. Leonard T always looking for that chance to play and get more minutes.
Van Falling headed away by Fodil. Going to come back at Fodil. Ramsala onto Costa, just over the head of Leonard T. Was a goal-scoring machine for the Lion City Sailors last season after a little bit of a slow start as well. And then his form started to pick up in front of goal. He ended the SPL campaign with 28 goals from 26 appearances in the league. Very good record in the end for Leonard T. We're seeing some early season struggles from Anderson Lopez, but there's still some time for him to get into his rhythm.
Well, there's always time for Lion City Sailors. I think, again, going into every game, they are always the superior team on paper. So it's easier for Anderson Lopez now to get the support that he needs.
Leonard T with 35 goals in all competitions for the Lion City Sailors. As he comes on here, Leonard T, he's making his 50th appearance for the Sailors. They're blessed, aren't they?
Yeah.
Anderson Lopez and Leonard T up front. Here's Lestien. I wonder if we might at some point see Lopez and T play up front at the same time.
Could be.
That could be an option.
Yeah, could be an option. Especially in the regional competitions.
As Costa. Tatkovic. Gets into the box. Ramsala being double teamed. It's to go outside to Lestien. Danger here for Balestier.
No one's putting pressure. Well, Darren just stopped. Ignatius Ang just stopped after putting pressure on Ramsala. The moment Maxime Lestien had a touch on the ball. So let's look at those two players here. Again, just stopped.
You don't really want to give that much time and space to Maxime Lestienne. Okay, it didn't hurt them on that occasion.
But the goal that he scored in the previous game
against Hougang, that's right.
Yeah, I think Ryan Sanita, who made that mistake, gave the ball away to Maxime Lestienne. Similar position from the earlier chance.
As former BG Tampines head coach, currently in the crowd, along with Mustafiz Farudin, his assistant at the club, now involved with the Singapore international side, tucked away in the corner.
Well, together
at our Tampines Hub, but you can't escape our cameras.
I don't think there's anyone allowed at that area of the stands. Matic just touching it. A challenge from Paramzala.
Marko Kraljevic looking for a way back into this contest. He's made those 2 changes. See what sort of impact they will have. As Ignatius Ang, who earned his call-up to the Singapore squad recently, part of the centralized training camp. It's going to be a booking here for Diogo Costa. Ignatius Ang comes in and straight away causes a problem for Costa.
Exactly. I think this is exactly what is needed as well. Look at that, there was a pull, there was a tug from Diogo Costa here. Ignatius Ang got the better of him on the outside. I think in terms of pace, I don't think Ignatius Ang is faster, speedier than a goal, but I think he's smarter, his movement is much better, his control is much better as well.
That's a problem for Matic. But he went down as play continued. It got back up, and then with that stoppage, has gone back down again to receive some treatment. And he's going to be coming off, Tin Matic. Looking at Thiago Martins, who was a former Lion City Sailors under-21 player. Getting ready to come on for Balestier.
Substitution for Balestier Khalsa, number 17, Thiago Matic, being replaced by number 19, Thiago Martins.
So here is Thiago Martins on for Tin Matic. Now he'll be hoping that that injury is not too serious. Marco trying to get some information from Matic. There's Martins who is on. Lazar Vujanic is still on the pitch, by the way. It is Matic who came off. There's Madhu with the header. Not a bad idea, that bit of distribution from Izwan.
Well, we do know that he's really good on his feet. Izwan just the ball is sliding out across the surface of the pitch.
Well, it's pretty interesting as well what's going to happen in the goalkeeping department for the Lion City Sailors, with Ivan Susa having been brought in. Didn't look fantastic in his with the chances that he's been given so far. So is one being given the start here?
Well, it depends on which foreigners Nankovic decides to play as well. Those outfield players, they have tons to choose from. And in the first game-to-game, I think in terms of quality, well, it's easier to choose between this bunch of players rather than Balestier, who has a really small squad.
Each team in the league allowed up to 7 foreign starters. As Mandic, as you were saying, we didn't see too much of him in the first half, but he was able to win a free kick.
Well, that is something that he's supposed to do, especially when he's playing at number 9. He's over the ball now with the 2 central defenders.
He's playing a Greek second division. Mandic wasn't getting too much game time. He wasn't exactly very prolific in that competition. Short spells with Iliopoulos, Kavala and Manariakos. There he is with that effort, forces a save from Iswan, and it's near post.
Well, first shot from Mandic. Managed to sting the palms of Iswan Mahmud.
Into the box, off the head of Subaric.
Yeah, good call from the referee.
Day. There's Fudil and Costa, who has to be careful for the rest of this fixture.
Well, still a long way to go. We have about 20 minutes more for Balestier Khalsa to chase the equalizer.
And even though they haven't really been able to cause much concern in attack, there's still just 1 goal in it.
Yeah. And they are defending decently well, especially in the second half. I think they have gotten more control of the game. And they have tried to go forward as much as they can with decent amount of success.
So Siendenge is off and he'll be replaced by Hui Pires.
He brings more control in midfield, a bit more ability to dictate rather than Ndenge and Haris Haro.
There's Ramzala. Balestier on this quick break. Balestier gets it back. Taking the time to clear their lines, Balestier.
Not sure what Subaric was doing there.
There's Balestier. Can't get away from Harith. Well defended.
Yeah. Good work, Harith. Just to nick it away from Maxime Balestier.
Even he's looked a little bit laboured this evening, Maxime Balestier.
Yeah.
He hasn't been at his best. And really, at times, he doesn't need to be to make an impact, but he hasn't been able to make much of that in this fixture.
And his direct opponent, I would say, would be the weakest link in the Balestier side. So nothing much from the Wizard here.
That's T. Balestier. Penhausen.
Mandage doing a bit of stretching, feeling a lot of cramps.
It's good play from the Sailors. Here's Ramsala. Costa. Good ball back to Ramsala. Quick feed. Ramsala. A lovely goal by Bob Ramsala to make it 2 to the Sailors. Gets his first of the season.
A fantastic shot from the number 10. And again, I think he was coming. I think the central areas for Balestier Khalsa has been quite vacated, especially after the change from Sugita to Darente in the middle. Lovely piece of play here. Piresh to Ramsala, who had a quick release to Hugo Costa, who played the ball back straight to him. Still in the penalty box, still had a lot to do, but it made it so much easier when the pressure is pretty much non-existent in the penalty box here by Balestier Khalsa. Too much space, too much time for him to choose that space that he needed to score the goal.
Well, that cut pass Vujanic was lovely. And that finish was expertly taken. More of a cushion for the Sailors. Shazang looking for that quick response.
Oh, Ramsala getting a hit.
As Ramsala,
3-on-3.
Another break from the Sailors. Can they finish this one off? Lestien. D. Oh my goodness.
Well, they have to be a bit more clinical here. They have to put the game to bed. They still have 15, 17 more minutes to go for Balestier Khalsa to get something out of it. And that third goal could have killed any hope and chance for Balestier Khalsa.
It looks like Mandic is down, and again, you noted that earlier, he was struggling with cramp.
Still talking about it. Maxime Balestier and Leonard T. I think it's more about the cramps. It's a foul. I don't think Darkovic got anything on the ball. Oh, Indra Shahdan still looking young as ever.
A bit of advice for one of his players. Almost say teammates there.
I still think he can play.
Team manager, there is Indra. Team manager at Balestier. A bit of advice for Thiago Martins in terms of his movement. And there's the stacked bench for Lion City Sailors. Lionel Tan in there. Hafiz Noor an option as well, as is Zulkarnain Susliman. Ramsala, good turn, under pressure as well. poke the pass through to Shawal.
And the space in between the lines, that pocket of space, Hamzallah really positioning himself well. Tough for any player to mark. Quresh just again clipping Darente, asking for a yellow card.
There's Balestier. Good block from Tay. Harris. Quresh. Ramzallah. It's going to go out for a goal kick.
Yeah, ball rolled a little bit too much, too quickly for Diego Costa. Now I've seen a little more dynamic movements here after the introduction of Leonard T. I think the understanding between him, Wahid Ramzallah, Shawal Anwar, and also Maxime Balestier from last season clearly seen as well.
Šubarić. Katusha. Martins. So for a throw in to the Lion City Sailors. Bailey Wright. A little bit fatigued. And might have taken a knock as well. Martins gets past. Harris.
Too early. Too early. I think he took that cross too early. But he got the ball off Leonard T, got away from Leonard T and Haris Harun as well with a side foot. I could have hold on to it a little bit longer just to decide what's happening there, or could have taken that shot on his own.
Eight corners this match, 3 for Balestier. Ramzallah, chance for the Sailors, push forward on the break. Plenty of pace that they have. Here's Ramzallah as Balestier for support. Ramzallah went on his own and Balestier was waiting for the pass.
Well, I don't think I would fault him about Ramzallah. I think he had that clear opportunity, although Maxime Balestier was in a better position. First pass out, took out all of the Balestier Khalsa players. Fudale quickly, or quick enough to be in that position. And yeah, Maxime Balestier obviously would be unhappy with his teammate.
Well, it's another opportunity on the fast break that they've not made the most of.
Yeah. Well, they are famous for the fast break attacks, quick counters.
Balestier, out swinger. Šubarić. Attempted a pass forward from Katusha, easily blocked off.
But I don't think he has.
Sorry,
Roshan. I don't think he has taken Chris Van Huysen on the outside in any part of the game. And you have a winger who's playing at right back. So defensively, he's not that strong.
That's Katusha. Tries to go on the outside. Gets a ball in, but it's a poor one.
Oh, I think that's the reason why maybe he doesn't want to go on the outside.
Costa. Harris. Well, you have to go back to the 8th of August 2021 for the only time that Marko Kraljevic has avoided a league defeat to the Lion City Sailors. Could get worse for Balestier. It's Costa. It's cross took a deflection on its way out via Madhu.
Look at the space in the center here. Leonard T is just waiting outside. Maxime Balestier and Pat Ramzala was coming in on the right hand side as well. Not enough red players to defend. Madhu Mohana, I think clearance number 5 or 6 from a corner kick.
As Ramzala, good ball in, a chance on the far side for Leonard T. No celebrations, but it's a goal for him, his first of the season, a big one for the Lion City Sailors. Pretty much seals the victory.
And again, it's the second phase of the corner kick. The ball went out, crosses came back in, and nobody was defending well enough at the far post. Similar in the first goal as well, where Bailey just ghosted in from the far post, and this time around, Leonard T was in a perfect position. Let's look at it here again. Madhu Mohana clearing the ball out, good defensive header. Ball went out to the Pat Ramzala on the right-hand side. No one. I think Fadil should have been there. But credit to Leonard T, again, grabbing his chance whenever he gets those minutes to prove that he should be in the starting 11 ahead of Anderson Lopez.
Yeah, great point. On his 50th appearance for the Lion City Sailors, Leonard T scores his 36th goal for the club. His first of this campaign. It's Ramzala. It's more like it from the Lion City Sailors in an attacking sense, and it's also because Balestier have opened up. They try to push for a way back into this, but it's done now. The next thing for the Lion City Sailors they'll be looking to do is try and keep a clean sheet. 18th of March 2023, the last time they managed a clean sheet against Balestier in the league. And incredibly, in spite of their dominance against this opposition, they've only ever kept 3 clean sheets in 16 league matches against Balestier. Chance for the fourth. T looking for Lestien. Madhu steps in with an important interception.
A good anticipation there from Madhu Mohana.
Vujanic gives it straight to Venhausen. Here's T. Šubarić hits it forward. Martins holds off Perez. Katusha.
Take him on.
Gets a kick from Haris Harun.
Yeah. But again, you have 2 players marking him, and if he goes on the outside, you're only playing against Chris Verhuizen. That's exactly what Haris wants to do, to be double teaming up against Katusha when he cuts in. They're still bringing on Safwan in the last moments of the game.
Looking at a triple change.
Yeah.
Hami Shaheen was there, getting ready to come on as well.
More comfortable now, eyes on the midweek game.
Right to Haris. Beginning their AFC Champions League 2 campaign for this season. Away game against a very strong Persib Bandung side. And Ramzala in the box. Balestier. This time around, he gets set up by Ramzala, but it's a waste of an effort.
Oh, Balestier waiting for it. A flurry of changes here for Balestier Sailors.
Razak is going to be coming on, but Haris is off to be replaced by Hamish Shaheen. Van Housen is off, and Shahal Anwar also coming off.
A good shift from Haris Harun in the middle of the park.
Incredible, isn't it? 3 Singapore internationals off, another 3 on.
Well, that's what the power of finance can do for you.
And this is also why there's a lot of expectation on the Lion City Sailors in terms of how they play, how they approach fixtures, how they approach matches. There's an expectation that they have to win, but they also have to win in style.
Yeah, I think early on when Lion City Sailors was just being born, and you know, you would want to try to win games, especially when they had that Korean coach around, as well as the Australian, I can't remember his name, but he was around as well. But I think right now we are at a stage where we know that Lion City Sailors have won and established themselves in the Singapore Premier League, and right now whenever they go out to play, especially this season, we are expecting them to perform, give good entertainment value to the fans, and win. And anything short of that is, to me, is I wouldn't say a disaster, but just not what fans expect.
There's Balestier. Crosses a deep one, easy for Mustapic.
Well, the ball seems... I've been watching the games for quite some time this season, a few games. The ball seems to travel a little bit more than maybe the ball from last season. The bounce seems different as well.
That's T. By the way, the coaches that Hide was referencing earlier, Aurelio Vidmar was the first Lion City Sailors head coach, Australian. And then Kim Do-hoon, who won the first Singapore Premier League title for the Sailors.
Safwan now playing as right back.
Well, he's shown his versatility through the years. Safwan, he's played up front, he's played in central midfield, at right back when he was playing in Australia with Melbourne City.
And I think when he was in Selangor, he had played in multiple positions as well. Forward sometimes, central midfield.
Well, there was actually, I remember, a period of time where he fancied himself as a striker, and he was, at the international level, wanted to play in that position. Shafino Hilman is on. And Jeff Lam, the 18-year-old. Big moment for the youngster.
Just giving some minutes to these youngsters. Game has been lost from the Balestier Khalsa's perspective. Nothing much they can do for the next few minutes here.
Jeff Lam getting his Singapore Premier League debut. Razak onto Ramzala. Back to Razak. Oh, it's found its way past Mario Mustapic. Didn't get much contact on that, Razak. The deflection has just caused a problem for Mustapic. And the Sailors are up to 4.
Yeah, Sailors again, that fast break attack from first ball out. Look at that quality there. I think misjudged by the number 7, Janic. Knew exactly what he wanted to do. He was waiting for the ball being played back to him. Again, like you said, the deflection. might have just put off stoppage. He went under his arm and really managed to parry it away.
I like how the goalkeeper puts his arm up and looks across to the assistant referee. I'm not sure what that was about. He was hoping that there was an offside call on Ramsala or someone.
Oh, poor second half by Balestier Khalsa, just disintegrate.
So 4-0. I said earlier on that this is a fixture that tends to give us lots of goals, over 5 goals a game on average. We're close, and still just under 5 minutes at the minimum left in this one.
I think the game totally changed after Sugita went out. Just simply lost the midfield, no energy.
Oh, Lestien. He's away from Shafi. Lestien still inside. Shafi, to his credit, tracked back quickly.
He looks tired. Maxime Lestien.
He is the top scorer in this fixture, Maxime Lestien. 10 goals and 10 assists, by the way, in 11 games against Balestier in all competitions. That is ridiculous. 20 goal contributions in 11 fixtures prior to this one.
It is, I think, fun for him because, you know, against Peter De Roo, whose team is always open, it makes it a little bit easier for him to find that space to do what he does best.
Hami.
Just passing down the minutes. 3 minutes left for both sides.
They will be returning comfortably to the top of the standings after 2 match weeks. Going 2 points clear of PG Tampines and Albirex. Costa. Razak. T. Chance for number 5. Danger not over. Lestien makes it 5. What a good finish. That was from Maxime Lestien. He gets his goal. His 11th in 12 appearances against Balestier. And that's his 3rd of the season.
2 games, 3rd of the season. Oh, he has not had a lot of assists. Not as many as I thought he would. But he has had more goals now. Again, Balestier Khalsa just not defending at all. Everyone was static, no reaction from the defense after the shot was being taken by Leonard T. And the goalkeeper as well, just, I think he thought that maybe Maxime Lestien was going to play to his near post.
Another goal for Lestien. This is appearance number 121 for him in all competitions for the Sailors. Here's Lestien. hit the 5 goals. We've gotten there. Took some time to get going.
Yep. Especially in the first half. We didn't think that it would reach this number of goals.
So, a comfortable, a dominant 5-0 win for the Lion City Sailors. Balestier gets his name on the score sheet as well. A disappointing evening for Marko Kraljevic and Balestier Khalsa. Their first defeat of the season. And the Lion City Sailors stay perfect. The only club in the Singapore Premier League to win their first 2 matches. Brankovic will be delighted with their showing in the second half. A little bit laboured in the first, but they grew into it very well. And the changes that he made, players coming on from off the bench, showing their quality as Balestier started to tire. Lion City Sailors getting the goals that they will feel that the attacking play deserve. Ramzala had an outstanding showing. Razak got his name on the score sheet as well. And Leonard Diu came on, also getting his first of the season on his 50th appearance for the Lion City Sailors. Final score here at our Tampines Hub, the Lion City Sailors 5, Balestier Khalsa 0. Let's have a look at the highlights of this match, beginning with this opening goal for the Lion City Sailors in the first half. Balestier with the cross, the flick on by Shawal, and Bailey Wright with the finish.
Again, lovely from Lion City Sailors here, from their ability to penetrate from crosses. Maxime Balestier playing a beautiful cross, slight touch from Shawal Anwar here, and Bailey Wright just timing his run in perfectly for the final touch. We are looking at all the goals, most probably.
Yeah, we certainly are. Here is Ramzala into the second half. Costa will pick up the assist, but some lovely footwork from Ramzala to get away from Vujanic, and then that finish was excellent.
Lovely play between these 2 players here. Started from Rui Pires, playing it through to Pat Ramzala. He tucking in, allowing Costa to fly on the left-hand side. That space being found between the 2 Balestier Khalsa players. And again, the intensity of pressure is just non-existent from Balestier Khalsa. And when you give this player that amount of space and time, he will punish you.
A goal in the 26th minute for Bailey Wright, goal in the 72nd for Ramzala to make it 2-0. Then in the 83rd, Leonard D getting his name on the score sheet. Good touch and finish.
Similar pattern as the first goal. On a kick being cleared by Manu Mohana, picked up by Haris Harun, who played it to Pat Ramzala, and the ball to the far post. No one really marking Leonard D. You can see there his first touch, good enough for him to take that shot on the second. And really happy for him as well, getting that small number of minutes and capitalizing on those minutes.
He came on for Anderson Lopez, who wasn't very effective. It's called taking your chance when you've been given one. Into the 90th minute we go. Razak would also come on the final few minutes, getting himself a goal as well.
Just a few players from Balestier Khalsa to defend that. First ball out, misjudged by he was the number 7. First ball played out again for Pat Ramzala, and waiting just outside the penalty box for that return. The deflection took a little bit out, all the way for the goalkeeper Mustafic. And the moment under him for Razak's first goal of the season.
It has been awarded to Razak. That's poor from a defensive perspective, Balestier. And they weren't done, the Lion City Sailors, adding another. Maxime Balestier getting his goal in the 4th minute of added time to make it 5-0. That one his 3rd goal of the campaign.
Balestier just passing it into goal. No reaction again from the Balestier Khalsa players after the shot was being taken by Leonard T. No one was clear for the second ball. Maxime Balestier first to the ball and reacting to it, just placing it across the goal for number 5 for Lion City Sailors. think it all came nicely in the end for Lansi Sailors, especially in the second half.
Look at the numbers, complete dominance in that second half.
Yeah, second half was totally different. Balestier Khalsa shot themselves in the foot after Sugita was out of the game, especially midfield. Not enough pressure, not enough intensity, and that opened up for Lansi Sailors to go through the attacks on that side. And looked at what the stats shows: 17 attempts, 7 on target, 5 goals. Quite efficient in that sense.
Yeah, incredibly efficient. Really good stuff. They'll be delighted with how things have finished in this matchup. Well, have a look at that. Match week 2, 10 goals from 3 fixtures and 3 clean sheets that we've seen. All began on Friday. Albrechts with a 2-0 win against Geylang, and then BG Tampines, a very comfortable 3-0 win against Tanjung Pagar United. And we just saw the 5-0 demolition of Balestier Khalsa by the Lion City Sailors. What does it mean for the standings? Well, let's have a look. Lion City Sailors move top of the table. 2 wins from 2, 7 goals scored, just the 1 conceded. 2 points clear of BG Tampines in second, and Albrechts Niigata in third. Geylang International stay in fourth. Balestier Khalsa stay in fifth. The Young Lions yet to play, and Hougang and Tanjung Pagar just the 1 match played for them so far. So more football coming your way in the Singapore Premier League. Match week 3 from Friday the 19th of September. We will be back here at our Tampines Hub for Hougang against Geylang. And then on Sunday, 21st of September, again at our Tampines Hub, Young Lions against Balestier. Tanjung Pagar against the Lion City Sailors on Monday, the 22nd of September at Jurong East Stadium. And then Tanjung Pagar United in action again, once more against the Young Lions on Thursday, the 25th of September at Jurong East Stadium as well. All matches kicking off at 7:30 p.m. If you can, head on down to the grounds to watch live Singapore Premier League football. If you can't, join us on our coverage. And that's all we've got for you from our Tampines Hub. Hope you've enjoyed the goals this evening at this venue. It finishes here, Lion City Sailors 5, Balestier Khalsa 0.